Hello, petrolheads. It's time to introduce the founder of Car Collection Advisors. Some say his blood is synthetic motor oil. Others, they say his cars are still off with a shot of high-octane racing fuel. Now, without further ado, start your engines and let's take it from here in second gear and welcome Racer X!
Welcome back, petrol heads. It's been a while since we posted a video. There have been a lot of new additions to the garage. We'll briefly go through those today. And kind of the focus of today is the GT3 RS that I just received like within a couple of weeks. And this is a paint to sample. The color is called Carbon Steel Gray Metallic. And it really changes in the sun. So you'll see some video of it in the sun and on a drive today. But the color is like a gray metallic with blue and green and silver metal flake in it. It's really great. I think everyone that's seen it really likes it. GT3 RS is done in the blue with indigo blue wheels. And then the hardware on the back of the wing is all indigo blue, which is kind of a cool touch. And where you have the oil and water refills, those are done in what appears to be like an anodized indigo blue. And so it's one of the Porsche advised me that they ended paint to sample. So this was, if not the last, one of the last paint to samples. It's kind of an understated build because the carbon blends real well with the gray and the blue almost looks ghosted in. So far, I've gotten a lot of good feedback. Let us know in the comments what you think about this spec. And we did have a prior review of the 3RS, of the white with the red wheels, a friend of mine's, and went over a lot of the features, which the adjustability of the suspension, compression, rebound, diff adjustability, traction control adjustability, which is really amazing. It does take a while to learn, you know, how all the different settings will help you. And it's all based on, you know, the condition of a track. Whether it's a smooth track, you'd crank up the compression high and have your rebound high. If you have a bumpy track where the bumps are far apart, you'd want to lower the rebound so the suspension, especially in the rear, so the rear suspension drops into these bumps. A bumpy track where you've got, you know, closer bumps, you'd want to turn the rebound up. The diff, you know, you've got, you kind of, there's two settings. One is coast and one is power. So coast is when you're entering a turn, and so we've been setting that at like 0, so it's open for a faster, quicker turn in, and it's not locking up as much. And then power, the setting that seems to be the best is on 3, so it gives you good differential lock coming out of the apex, which helps a lot. And other drivers are kind of going with the similar setting, unless you have a track that's, say, wet and bad traction. You're going to really soften everything up and on the compression and rebound to get more grip as opposed to a hot, sticky track. So these are all the variables you take into effect when you're adjusting the suspension. But the amount of downforce and the grip, and the DRS is automatic when it's in track mode. But you can activate the DRS quicker coming out of a turn into a main straight with a button on the wheel, which is nice. You don't have to wait, but then it'll just go. Once you do that, you hit the brakes, the car will sense it based on speed and G-forces. The active aero will come into play, and it's not just active on the rear wing, but it has active flaps in the front that work in conjunction. What's really cool about the car is they basically made this like an open wheel car. And so your tires are exposed front and rear from the rear, which is very cool. And anyway, this had a full PPF and ceramic and Clearplex on the windshield. so it's protected to go out into the canyons and have a really good time. One thing a lot of people aren't aware of is, compared to the GT2 RS, the wheels and tire size is wider front and rear on the 3RS than the 2RS. So you've got 275s in the front on the 3RS, 265s on the front 2RS. The rears are 325s on the 2RS, 335s on the rear of the 3RS. The wheels are a ½ inch wider front and rear. They're like 10.5s and 13.5s, 10s and 13s. So the amount of grip, not just aero grip, but just grip from the wheelbase, the tires, is significantly more on this car. What's amazing is that this car is almost as fast around a track as the 2RS, which has 200 more horsepower. So it is an amazing feat. If you feel real confident, and you can go faster than you really think with that aero. So again, it's like 1,890 pounds at 177 miles an hour. Think at 100 miles an hour, you're still at 1,000 pounds of downforce. Just think of putting a 1,000-pound weight on the roof of the car, and you can imagine what the downforce is. So now on to some of the other new additions, since it's been a while since we posted a video. This I just happened to see on Bring a Trailer. It's a 97 Viper. I used to race Vipers in the Michelin Challenge series. And I had a 99 ACR, then a 2007, and then a Challenge Viper. And this is the basic car. And it was a 97 with 3,800 original miles, which is, it's all original. It's like brand new, which is mind-boggling. So it's a beautiful color, almost like Tour de France blue, but it's Viper blue. Then another addition up there on the rack is the Porsche Dakar, and it's got the Dakar Rally kit. They knocked me out a paint to sample. They were building the car. It was supposed to be jet green metallic. They said, sorry, we're done, just like they're doing with the 3RS. They only do paint to samples for a limited period of time. Fortunately, the Porsche Sport Classic there is Azuro Thetis, which is an ice blue metallic. That was a paint to sample that they allowed. Then back here is a real cool addition, which is a Lamborghini Diablo. It's a 2001 6.0 VT. And so this is the last year of the Diablo, and in my opinion, by far the best. It has a beautiful all carbon fiber interior with blue carbon, which is signature to the last year. They made 315 of these cars, and it's the most refined. It is easily as refined as the Murcielago LP640, which is over in the other corner next to the Mura. As a matter of fact, the fit and finish, in my opinion, is even a little better. Audi went full tilt, and this is the only real Audi-inspired Diablo. And then, of course, they went to the Mercy. This is a 2001, and the interior has the gated shifter. It's just an amazing car. This is a new addition. It's a gated 355 Spider. It was just one that was in such good condition with 18,000 original miles, a 98 that had a belt service by Ferrari of Washington. So we added that. Now we'll go out to the outer garage and just briefly go through some other additions. This is a 67 427 400 tri-power that has the original motor. Everything is original on this car, other than the fact that it was an amazing paint job when it was restored, but this is the original color Marina Blue. I had a 65 Roadster that was a 327, but with all the power and horsepower we have in this garage, it wasn't quenching my thirst for torque and power. This one does. I have a 66 on the rack that's a 427 4.25 horse that I went through the motor, and it's putting out 580 horsepower. So, but this is just a beautiful 427. This is a 599 Ferrari 599 GTB Fiorano, ceramic brakes, challenge wheels. It just came up, and the prices were at a low point in the market. And as you're aware, I believe this car has the Enzo engine. The throttle response, the sound of the engine, it's an incredible car. And this was a one-owner car with 8,000 miles, and it was so cheap that it's like you have to get it. This one is Nero Daytona metallic black, which has a lot of good metal flake. It's got beautiful interior, the Daytona seats with red stitching. And this car is virtually in brand new condition. Purchased from a Ferrari dealer. They said it's the best used 599 they've ever seen. Then the last addition to the collection is this, it's an 08 F430, challenge wheels, ceramic brakes. It's a real nice spec. Manual, and I had a 430 that was a F1, and it's so much better in the manual. It's like night and day. And these engines sound so good from the factory. No reason to change the exhaust. They're one of the best stock sounding engines. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Let's go for a ride in the 3RS. You'll see it on the road. And let me know what y'all think about the spec. Okay, anyway, hope you enjoyed some of the video of the 3RS on the road. Let us know in the comments what you think of the spec, and that'll do it. It only has 350 miles. We were taking it a little easy till it's broken in, but so much mechanical grip, so much downforce, aero downforce, such a confidence building ride through the canyons. Anyway, that's it till the next time, when we'll do some further detailed reviews of some of the new additions that you saw today. Anyway, stay tuned. Thanks again.